What's up, guys? I'm Don Smith, and this is What's Cooking Neighbor. And as always, I'm about to take your taste buds on a culinary journey. We already know I've made taco soup before, and well, today we're going to make something totally different and something totally, in my opinion, much more delicious. I'm making steak fajita soup. That's right. So let's go over the ingredients real quick. And as always, I got the heat on the oven. It's already waiting for me. I don't have to wait for it. And we're going to use, now this is something very important. You can go out and you can buy a steak. You can cook your own steak. But this is for something, you come home, you want something good to eat, but you don't want to take a long time to cook it. So this is what we got right here. We have a beef steak. It's already seasoned and it's already cooked, and that's a plus for us. We have also rice. Rice takes about 20-25 minutes. We don't want to wait for that too, so let's go out to the store and buy this ready rice that goes in the microwave, and I'll show you what we're going to do with this a little later on. We have beef broth, and we have all kind of veggies. We have cilantro, lime, several different kind of peppers here. We have onions, garlic, also seasoning. This is something that's going to come in real handy later on, and we cannot forget about this. This is Goya. This is something that's going to flavor it. It's going to make it delicious. It's very important. So guys, we got a ton of stuff. Let's just get right into it. So what we're going to do first is everything that's going to be our topping. We're just going to set that to a side. We also have some tortilla strips. I'll explain a whole lot more later on. Let's just make some room here really quick. And let's get to chopping. Now what we're going to do is chop and drop. Let's get our pan on there. We're going to hit that with some extra virgin olive oil. We're going to start with these peppers. Now a really cool way to do the peppers, slant it to the side a little bit and then just roll your pepper, and it's going to take the cord and your seeds out. Boom, done. Perfect. Now you guys just let it down. Watch your fingers as usual. Chop and drop. First we're going to cut this down a little bit. And I also have some sweet peppers here. Of course, you don't have to use sweet peppers. You can use a regular orange bell pepper or yellow bell pepper, red bell pepper. Just simply. Now with these, the seeds are not going to be something that you really want to get rid of because there's not going to make that much of a difference in this. These are not hot peppers, these are sweet peppers. So it's going to add a nice little flavor in the background. It's one of those things so you really ain't got to worry about it. This last couple chops, make sure they're all broken up. Chop and drop. It's that simple. And the best thing about this is it's a one pot. You don't have to worry about messing up a lot of dishes on this one. And I also went out and got, this is a Himalayan pink salt with garlic and pepper. SPG all-in-one salt, pepper, garlic. You ain't got to worry about that. So we're gonna give this a quick season. Stir that up. Forgot my red ones. Dive deep in there, pull this red guy out. He has to go hang out with the guys if he wants to or not. Quick dice or not necessarily dice quick, and go hang out with your friends. Clean up really quick, then we're going to start working on our onion. Now normally I would keep this end on right here because I'll be dicing it, but we're not going to dice it today, so you really don't have to worry about that. What we want with these, just like a fajita, you have strips of your peppers, your onions, and basically it's the same thing here. Again, watch your fingers. And one more right there. And just bring these guys over, let them hang out with our peppers. Loosen them up as you toss them in. We're gonna stir this anyway, so it really don't make that much of a difference. And as always, we're gonna season as we go. A little more of that SPG Himalayan sea salt there. Now we're going to come over here with some garlic, a couple of cloves of garlic. You know how we bang that out, guys. It's that simple. Just bang it. Paper comes straight off. I'm going to give that a quick chop. Just roughly chop it. If you're not a garlic fan, you can chop it more. You can mince it. I happen to like garlic, so the big chunks of garlic doesn't really bother me, but it's totally up to you. We're going to give this a stir, get all that incorporated. Now what we want to do is just sweat these down. You don't necessarily want to brown them up or anything. You just want to sweat them down. All right, guys. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, I'm just going to continue to build up flavors and layers and of all this deliciousness. When we come back, fajita steak soup. I'm Don Smith. This is What's Cooking Neighbor. We'll be right back.
A champion doesn't get days off. It takes determination and drive to realize goals. From long nights to early mornings. From the courts, to the classrooms, to online. At Campbellsville University, this is why we play. This is how we learn. This is where champions are made. Find your calling for a life change at campbellsville.edu.
What's up, guys? I'm Don Smith, and this is What's Cooking Neighbor, and we're cooking steak fajita soup. I already got my onions and my peppers in here, my garlic, and this next step, you know, you can either use your regular tomatoes, tomato paste, canned tomatoes, fresh tomatoes. What I'm gonna go with is Rotel, and this Rotel has lime juice and cilantro in it, so it's gonna pair well with some of the ingredients we got going this anyway. So we're just gonna dump that in. Give it a nice stir, try to incorporate it all together. And this is already starting to come together, guys. And like I said, this is a quick 35 minute meal from start to finish. And you and your family are sitting down to something delicious and healthy. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add this chipotle peppers in this. This is depending on how spicy or how hot you want it. So it's totally up to you. It's totally optional. Also, you can use corn in this, beans in this. It's really no right or wrong way to make this. It's totally up to you. It's totally how you want it. It's your dish. And you can smell those chipotle peppers in this. Try to crush them up in here. And now what we're gonna go is with our broth now. And as usual, when you're using stock or broth or whatever, what you want to do is if you're using beef, use beef, chicken, use chicken, or vegetables. And we're just going to add that in there. We may need both of them. We don't. We got one on standby just in case we do. And we're going to crank this back up because we want this to come to a boil. Stir that all together. I think we're going to use a little of this one as well. Then we got that crank back up and we want that to come back to a full boil. While that's going on right now, guys, what we're gonna do, we're gonna start chopping on our toppings and we're gonna set all this to the side because once that comes up, we're gonna toss that in there and we're gonna be practically done. So let me get just a plate real quick, just something to sit this on. Now toppings, totally, once again, up to you, whatever you want. We're gonna go with some of these peppers here. Again, it depends on how spicy you want it. And I'll set that to the side. You guys just hang out right there. Also, some of these spring onion, green onions. And we're just gonna top them with these. Just bring them over here. They can hang out with the rest of the guys until the party starts. And we also have some cheese. We have these tortilla strips. Now you can also go buy your own flour tortillas or corn tortillas and do these yourself and season them up. I did this the other day at work and the kids really loved them. So I do recommend take an extra 5 minutes and make your own. But if you don't have the time and you want this to speed up, these are great because it's already seasoned, flavored. So we got that also going on there. We have some cilantro. This is one of those things that either people love or people hate. I am a huge fan, so I'll put it in everything. But again, this is optional. This is you. You do what you love to do. When your parents used to tell you don't play with your food, I tell you play with your food. Not when you're eating it, but when you're cooking it. And we're just gonna slide that over and let that hang out there. We have sour cream, and those are our toppings. And we're gonna come back over here and you can see that is about to come to a boil. We're gonna go take a quick break. When we come back, our steak fajita soup is gonna be just about done. And you know what's next, guys? That's right, we get to try this delicious soup. So stay with me right here on What's Cooking Neighbor. I'm Don Smith. We'll be right back.
Campbellsville University Cosmetology teaches beauty inside and out. The cosmetology students at CU receive salon experience while learning in a contemporary environment from faculty who have worked in the industry. With areas of study ranging from hairstyling to salon management, Campbellsville University Cosmetology can help you turn your passion into a profession. Kickstart your cosmetology career today. Visit campbellsville.edu/cosmetology.
Busy days, busy nights. When is your time? Campbellsville University has the online degree for you. Your time is now. Discover CUonline.com.
What's up, guys? I'm Don Smith, and this is What's Cooking Neighbor, and we are cooking steak fajita soup. And as you can see, I have some guests here. These are my kids. This is my youngest, Fallen, London, Ronan, and my oldest son, Matthew, and they've been hanging out with me today. They've been in the background, keep looking at me like they want to come and be on camera, so I said, why not come be up on camera? So they're just going to sit out here and they're going to chill and they're just going to smile and look cute or whatever kids supposed to do while I finish this soup off. And as you can see, their soup is boiling, and now we're going to finish this off in a really quick pace. The rice going in, and remember, the rice is already cooked, so all this is doing is just heating up that rice and it's soaking in some of that flavor of the soup. And of course, we got to get the star of the soup in here right about now. And again, this is really, really easy to do, to go buy any kind of steak that you want, but for quick, easy, this is something I recommend you do. Go to Kroger's, Walmart, anywhere, and get this already cooked steak and just toss it in. And just like the rice, basically all you're doing is just heating it up, and that steak is going to absorb some of that flavor. And you can smell those chilies in here, and I'm trying to take some of them out because it is going to be very, very hot. Again, that's optional. What we're going to do now is a little lime. The juice of 1 lime in this, and well, we're going to do 1.5, and we're going to save the other one for when we bowl it up. Toss that in there, stir it around. And now the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna toss in our fajita seasoning mix. And as you can see, 2 out of the 4 like to cook, and 2 out of the 4 like to stand in the background and just smile. These 2 love to help me in the kitchen. Tell everybody, what's your chef name?
My name.
Your chef name, not your real name.
Capiche.
Chef Capiche Capiche. But usually it don't work very long because they start to fight, and then I got to kick them out because I want to do this. You got to do it last time. So basically, guys, this is pretty much done. Now all we're doing is just trying to let some of those flavors come together. It smells delicious in here. Again, you can do this with chicken, you can do this with shrimp, you can do with anything that you fix fajitas with, you can put in this soup and make it your own. Another one of those peppers I'm gonna get rid of. And you can see it's starting to come back up to a simmer. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna get a bowl. Can you hand me that ladle, the black? As you can see how competitive they are. And you can see this deep, rich red. The aroma in here smells unbelievable. And then what we're just gonna give a nice little ladle of that. And just get some of this juice. And again, this is going to be somewhat spicier. Like I said, you can omit the chilies and all that in this, and that will make it less spicy and more delicious. And let's go ahead and start topping this up. What we're going to go with first is the cheese. Now what I got here is a festive blend. You can go with anything you like. Totally up to you. Put that right in the middle there. Then we're going to come with some of these green. Just sprinkle that on top right there. How about a couple of these guys? Just ladle that on there. Then we're going to go with some sour cream. The spoon, my lady. Thank you very much. And just a dollop of that on top. And now with these tortilla strips, these are already seasoned, and trust me, these things make the dish. Look at that. That looks unbelievable. And now for the last coup de grace, sprinkle of that cilantro on top. And there it is, guys. Steak fajita soup. Again, you can make this with chicken, you can make this with shrimp, you can make this with anything you want to make it with. You can go buy your own steak, cook it, grill it, broil it, and then put it in this. Or same thing with chicken, or you can go the easy late night dinner. You can do that. Now let's just go in for a taste. That is unbelievable. Like I said, those tortilla strips make it. The cilantro helps balance and bring everything out. And it's not as spicy as I thought it was going to be, because I tried to take some of those peppers out the last minute. But guys, you got to try this at home. This is something I want everybody to go try. Play with your food. Buy the steak, buy the chicken, buy the shrimp. Make this your own, and guarantee it will be one of your favorite with the taco soup, and now with the steak fajita soup. Guys, this is What's Cooking Neighbor. I'm Don Smith. These are my kids who are finally on TV. They think they're famous now. Please join us next time right here, where I'm going to take your taste buds on a culinary journey, and who knows where we're going to go with that one. We'll see you next time, guys. You want to try this?